Depends on
Hey,
the
can we
printer
get a
and the
demo?
capabilities of the
I mean,
person
I'm just
operating the machine.
ignorant
Some of these
Call of
smaller
Duty
switches,
player.
they can be printed in as little as 20 minutes.
Um,
Wow.
Yeah, the other thing,
yeah, because that'd be.
that
Can you
you
show
have
us
to
how
remember
this
is
works
when
with
you
full
have a
auto?
switch, and then you have a conversion, one of these firearms is converted to being fully automatic, right? That's not a shoulder firearm, right? That's a pistol like this,
Shoulder.
right?
Okay.
I've seen these fellows, fire them at the range, and even some very experienced, there's a huge. These guns aren't made to be automatic weapons, pistols like that, right? So
Like
there's a
Call of Duty.
huge
Oh, yeah.
kick up. You see people who inadvertently shoot up the ceiling at a range.
Yeah, that's just
So
like
what happens in the neighborhood when a person does that, right? What happens to the kid one block over, the lady sitting on her porch, the innocent bystander walking around? This is an incredibly dangerous situation. There's a horrible, horrible video of a hero, a law enforcement officer in Houston, who's going through a door and he's facing one of these converted devices, and unfortunately, in the time it takes to say police with a warrant, right? This person murders this officer.
Was he wearing hockey
Absolutely,
pads?
you know, terrifying the power and lethality of these weapons that are out there.
So, who was the owner of this fancy piece of equipment here?
Well, the owner never received it, and ATF intercepted
Ooh,
that.
bling.
This is an example of we have a couple examples of some of the cartel desired firearms here on
Can
the
I take
table.
that?
Yes.
I'm sorry,
It's
is
clear.
this the Virgin Mary?
The Santa Muerta. That is the
Muerta.
patron saint of the
Okay.
narcotics traffickers in Mexico.
Not a patron saint.
There's a patron, there's a patron saint of drug traffickers?
Yes, that is something that they do follow, some of them, yes.
I went to Catholic school.
More like a regional demon that people
So
created
you see
to,
this, I mean, this looks like,
and governments are using to
This looks
stamp
like,
their seal of approval.
what is that,
Sickle.
a sickle?
A
There's
sickle?
an owl? A skeleton, yeah, Sigrun Reaper. Are these real diamonds?
I don't know whether they are. We'd have to ask. I believe so.
How does someone have that made and mailed?
There are jewelers that make, again,
Made
goods
and
things of that
milled.
nature aren't regulated
No,
by ATF.
they're not really milled.
You can make those things.
The answer, one of the, not to be sort of clever or flippant about it, but one of the disturbing parts of the answer is not so much how somebody has it made, but where they have it made.
Where?
Unfortunately, most of the weapons that go to the cartels are made in the United States.
The Mexican government
And they-
constantly complains about
And
that.
they
Constantly
go south over the
complains.
border.
Right.
And ATF has 9 different task forces set up on the border in 7 different cities. working
To
with
arm
our
them
partners. And we are every single
with their
day
stamp of
out there
approval.
doing
They're
very dangerous things, risking our ATF agents, risking everything to interdict these weapons. Our interdictions are way, way, way up from previously. But we talked about the problems of preventing.
It's just like Shadow
illegal
Company in
commerce
Call of
even in the
Duty.
United States. It is a very, very difficult problem here, and it's a very, very difficult problem in those southwest border states and some other states about weapons flowing south. And we are out there every day. ATF agents are literally risking their lives playing cat and mouse and cops and robbers with these horribly deadly people who worship death.
who worship
find
death, and it's like, here, have your stamped gun.
In addition to
Oh,
that, you see
can we
this 50
can we
cal
take
here,
can we
which is
take this
favorite
one that's all shiny? We'll give it to the
cartels.
reporter. And
And these are considered rifles, and they can be acquired by 18-year-old individuals. So pistols are 21 years old to acquire, but these larger, more desirable weapons, these.
where's
18 years
the
old and you're
18-year-old
told
that can fire full auto like that?
requirements, and then you could walk
Can you
out
show
the
us?
and,
That seems incredible. There was debate about
As well as you could fire.
that. Didn't result in
Didn't
a
go
big
anywhere.
change.
But I would say this also, one of the things when I was in Las Vegas recently, I did an event with people in the firearms industry about this idea of straw purchasers. People,
Straw
buying guns for
purchases.
other
Can
people.
you put some
Some of them
straw up
domestic, some
somewhere on the
buying
wall
guns
and
different
demonstrate
types.
for
We
us?
depend on firearms dealers many of whom are our first line of defense, who would pick up the phone and help us and try to interdict this. And for those who aren't doing that, I hope and expect that as Americans, we will all do that. But to those who aren't, you know, if somebody comes into your store in a border state and plunks down $12,000 cash money for one of these things,
Mm-hmm.
so that there's no credit card trail, you know.
Okay,
my
this is a
word,
Mexican
we
appendix
hope
carry.
that people will help
You know,
us as
just
Americans and continue to help us,
just like real quick,
not make that
and it's
sale
not a problem. So
and
whatever.
protect our